So this is an old video that you're going to watch. I started filming in November 2023 and it took me a year to post. So these are all archived clips. Some of my thoughts might have changed, some might stay the same, but I'd like to post them because it's part of the journey and it's important to me, and they matter to me, and it shows the journey and shows different thoughts I was going through compared to now, I guess. But yeah, enjoy the video. Peace. Yeah, sometimes at work I have some cracking ideas while I'm in that flow state of working. I'm like getting stuff done and having so many thoughts, and the stimulus of music or podcasts just really does have me in the flow of things. And then when I get straight into the car, it just sort of stops. And it's annoying. And like I've been thinking, maybe I just need to read my notes or something first. And then when I read my notes, it might top me up and I have some ideas on whatever I've been thinking about, or it's on my mind. I know, like right now, I don't remember anything I put in my notes all day, but I've put 5 or 6 things in, long things, you know what I mean, not just short one and two sentences. But I mean, one of the things I've been thinking about is, when it comes to this, I am a bit shy to it all in terms of telling people. Like, it's an effort to tell people. I'm not enthusiastic about telling people that I'm going to be doing this. I feel a little bit embarrassed that I've got my light on, that I'm driving past other cars can see what I'm filming. I've got a microphone on me. God, one time I walked into the gym with this microphone on me. I weren't filming anything, but I forgot to take it off, and after I'm like, God. And it's kind of care what people think. Probably because I'm insecure a bit. I'm not really sure on it all. I think it's natural. I think you don't want to be the one that's left out of the tribe. But yeah, and one of the things I've been thinking about when it comes to that is, God, I can't stop yawning. One of the things that I've been thinking about is, how do I tell people like my parents that I'm doing something like this? Because it just feels cringe, or just doesn't feel like they'll understand. I know they'll understand. I know they will. I know they're not going to judge me. They're not like that. But I had that's the natural feeling that I have with it all. And I'm just wondering, how do I tell my parents? It's a funny thing, because how do you tell your parents? You just say it. Oh, I'm thinking of doing this, but I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it at all. Just saying what you're doing, it's a bit embarrassing. Trying to go for dreams and goals and be extraordinary. You know what I mean? Standing out. It's a strange feeling when it comes to telling people you're close to. I can tell all my friends about it. I mean, it took me probably a month. I can tell my girlfriend straight away. But close friends a month, and parents and that, I mean, it's probably been 3 months I've been thinking about this. Maybe 2 months, I'm not sure. But it feels so weird yeah, I'm going to be recording myself in the car. I mean, I've had the conversations in my head. Then they'll go, why, what you filming, what you going to be doing? And it's like, just talking. And it's like, I can't explain it to them, like, what I want to do. Because it's being vulnerable. It's being open to failing. And the ones that you know are the ones that are going to be there when it's happening all the time. The thought of my mum and dad watching these videos every time, like they do my brother, doesn't make me feel good. Questioning what I'm saying and thinking, and then being embarrassed, thinking, really, what's he on about? What's he talking about? And then, when they don't agree, them not actually coming to me and speaking to me about it. That makes me feel weird. If any of that happens. But yeah, it's that question of why. It is just quite embarrassing. But yeah, sometimes you just got to suck it up and tell people. It's like I think because I've grown up and sort of my defense mechanism is to not let people in, not let people know who you are and how you're feeling. Because if people know who you are, they know how you're going to feel. And if you don't let people in, no one's going to question you and talk to you about it. But why? Why do I want people to talk to me about it? Well, it's pretty obvious. Now you think of it. You didn't want people to know how you truly were because you didn't want people to know how you truly were because you were struggling. And because you were struggling, you felt weak and you felt your solution was if you get through it, you're strong. But you found out in the end it's not how it works. You can be strong without having to do that. You can be strong by being vulnerable and letting people help you. That's strong, because that for some people is the hardest path, is letting people in, letting people help you. Because it also has the risk that people hurt you. So that's why it's harder than going at it on your own. I mean, most people are going to achieve it. Well, I say achieve. They're going to get through that struggle on their own. People can do it. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not hard. Come on. It's not hard to get through struggle on your own. It's not. Well, it is hard, but it's not the hardest. You can do it. It's doable. Yeah, it is hard, but it's doable. You can do it. It's a struggle, but you can get it done. Or you can speak to people. They can help you out. They don't have to do it for you. Sometimes there's some struggles in life that people can't, get you out of the situation for. But by you just speaking to them and asking someone, can you just listen to me? Can you just listen to what I'm struggling with and just tell me that, I can get through it? that I'm strong enough to get through it. I'll get through it. Like, that's something all I need is when something gets tough, it's like, someone just tell me that I'm strong enough to get through it, because I have doubts that I can get through things. And sometimes you just need that little hand on your shoulder, just be like, come on, you got this. You can do it. And you remember who you are. But yeah, I'm off topic now. But yeah, the point is, it's well, actually no, it's not too off topic, but related to that, it's like, if I tell everyone that this is what I'm going to be doing, I bet you I become more successful in it than if I don't tell anyone what I'm doing. So, because that's how it's worked with this little lesson that I'm learning, people, that when you're out open and stuff like that, it becomes easier in a funny way, where you never thought it could be that easy. Because I never believed that just by acting or saying how I feel to people, that it makes it that easier. Like, I could never believe how easy the struggle actually becomes. It almost makes me believe that there is no struggle, which I know is wrong. There's always going to be struggle, but it's so much easier when someone's there with you. Just with you. Like I say, they don't have to do anything. They just have to be there with you and listen and remind you of who you actually are in a positive way. That's, I think, why people get so affected when they've not got anyone, or even worse, when they've got people like family members who don't support them, who, you know what I mean, if they're not doing the best themselves, and they basically, when you need them to support you, that's where where conflict arises in families and stuff like that. I've seen it. That, you know what I mean, this person's come home and they're struggling with something, and then they decide to open up, be like, this is how I'm feeling, and then, you know, classic story people have heard before, might be a dad, it can be a mum as well, but they just shit on them. They just man up. They tell them, get through it. Tell them, that's not hard. I did this, this and this. Or, you think your day was hard, I did this and this and this. And it's like, that's not what they need at that moment in time. All they need is you just to tell them, Jesus, you nearly come over then. You need someone to just remind you of who you are in a positive way. You've got this. You can do it. You're doing well. Or sometimes, you know, not even say a goddamn word. Just be with you. And it makes a whole difference. It really does, and it's amazing how it does. And it can naturally just does that. We do naturally do that. We just do naturally speak to people. Now, again, not everyone's the same, but not everyone's going to do it. But it helps. It really does. Which, that's why I know I need to be sort of open with doing this to everyone, because just speaking about it's going to bring new ideas out for a start, but also get me past the ideas that I'm stuck with. So I've got to figure out basically how to tell people without feeling weird about it. And the thing is, I've not told enough people that I'm doing it where I don't feel weird. Like, I felt a little bit weird telling my friends that I'm doing it, but like it passed quickly. I'm like, oh no, it's fine. Girlfriend, I felt a little bit weird as well at the start. And it's going to feel like exactly the same with your mum and dad. And then you can move on, and you can get on to the next level, basically. So I know that that's what my sort of move is. My next most important move. And then I've got little side missions going on as well. Trying to master technology and videography as well, and my technology and stuff like that with the microphone if it's messing up and stuff. When you know what I mean, these little side missions, sort of, these problems just sort of go away with time. A little bit of effort, obviously. You have to put effort in. Sort of just standard for me, that I know that. But you know what I mean, just mastering the different things. But other issues, some when you get a blockage and you get stuck, they require a big action, and then that's my next action, really. So somehow I've got to figure that one out. The reason I don't know how to bring it up is because I don't know how to start the conversation with it all. Just out of nowhere, it almost feels like I'm not bringing it up. Because I'm so far in, I think if I'm honest from the start with things, it's not as awkward. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there. We always do. We always get there. But yeah, I'm at the gym now. So, peace.